there's actually a form that's going to help us with this called point slope form. So there's like standard form, point slope form, factored form. There's all these different forms of different equations. In this case, we're talking about creating lines. So I'm going to use point slope form because in this first one, I'm literally given the slope and a point, hence the name point slope form. So first thing to remember is that basic equation here. So with this here, point slope form, basically m is our slope. So I'm just going to plug in -1/2 there. And then y1 and x1 are just the points that were given. And so we just plug those numbers in as well. So to rewrite this one for a is y minus a -2 equals -1/2 times x minus 5. And so technically this works. I'm going to simplify it a little bit to say, okay, y plus 2 equals -1/2 x minus 5. So if it was okay to leave it in point slope form, then you got that. If it's wanted in standard form, we got to do a little bit of math to get y by itself here. So just give us one more form here. I'm going to distribute this -1/2. So I'll get y plus 2 equals -1/2 x plus 5/2. And then I would subtract 2 from both sides. And 2 is the same thing as 4/2. So I can have a common denominator here to get y equals -1/2 x plus 1/2. And that is in standard form, or I guess slope-intercept form is probably what we want to call that, for a line with a slope of -1/2 through the point 5, -2. So again, lots of different ways to do this. I'm just going through one of them. And again, whether it's, hey, here's point slope form or here's slope intercept form, great. In the second one here, we have to do a little bit more work. So it says a line through the points here. Another thing we have to remember is how to find the slope. So for this one, we got to remember slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so when we're doing this, what we got to plug in is, it doesn't really matter what order as far as like which one's x1, which one's y1, which one's x2. You just need to keep them together, right? So if I'm going to call this 3, 0 here my second point, I'm going to put those as x1 and y1. So x1 here is going to be 3, y1 is going to be 0, or I guess x2 and y2. Minus x is going to be 1 and 4. So my slope here is -4/2. So that's my slope. Now I can use, again, I'm going to use 3, 0 and -2, and I'm going to put it into point slope form. So I got y minus y1, which is 0, equals the slope, which is -2 times x minus x1. And so in this case, again, y equals -2 x minus 3. I'll distribute to change it into point or slope intercept form, -2 x plus 6, just because this is kind of the most helpful and also the one that we see the most is slope intercept form. So I'm a little bit backwards here, but here is the answer for A and here's the answer for B.